करो माताजी, दया करो मन में आन बसो, मन में आन बसो माताजी, दया करो मन में आन बसो माताजी, दया करो तुम बिना लागे सुनो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो माताजी, दया करो मन में आन बसो माताजी, दया करो तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो, तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो, मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो, मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो, सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको, सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको, अब तो आकर बहादरो, अब तो आकर बहादरो ओ माताजी, 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 दया करो माताजी, दया करो तुम बिना लागे सुनो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो माताजी, दया करो मन में आन बसो माताजी, पूजा नहीं जानो, Mataji, Mataji, daya karo. Mataji, daya karo. मन में आन बसो, मन में आन बसो। माताजी, माताजी,
So, hello everyone. Good morning, good evening, depending on where you are. Um, so, welcome to our new topic today, become more forgiving and compassionate. So, we have been on a journey, right? We had a daily 21 days program to begin with, initially to learn about the basics and get some experience around Sahaja Yoga experiments. And then we got into intermediate series. And now we have gone through different chakras, understanding more about the chakra and then its implication on our personality. So today's topic is about Agya Chakra. The chakra is here, forehead, center of our forehead is where Agya Chakra is located. And this chakra's important quality of this chakra is forgiveness, and that is important quality. And of course, forgiveness comes with that compassion that comes from our heart. So this chakra and heart are very much related to each other. So we will explore a little more about this chakra today. So yeah, let's get ready. We will have our, as usual, daily foot soaking and balancing, and then we'll understand more about Agya Chakra, have a short meditation, listen to Shri Mataji about the chakra, again followed by meditation and question answer if you got any. So yeah, let's quickly raise our Kundalini. And take the bandhan. Yeah. So before I go any further, I see there are two people. Ramon, I know you just started yesterday or day before. There is another person, Steph. Would you unmute yourself, Steph, and please help me understand. Is this your first time today? You can unmute yourself and talk, or you can chat in the chat box. Steph? Hello, Steph? Okay, it's first time. All right, and Ramon, yeah. So what I'll do is, Leslie, I'll make a breakout room and let, yeah, I think Sobik is also there. So, hi, Sobik. Yeah, Sobik is there. So I'll quickly make a breakout room, and in the breakout room,
But yeah, I can't do breakout room today, actually. Sorry.
okay, no worries, that's fine. No, not a problem. Sorry, I just
Okay.
so Leslie, if you don't mind, we spoke about it. So Ramon and Steph, you can go into a breakout room, and you can repeat what we just did yesterday for Ramon. So Steph can also go through it, and some balancing you can talk about it. Once you are done with your session, you can come back and continue on the session. But yeah, it would be nice if you give them experience again. So Ramon and Steph, on your screen, you will see an invitation to join a breakout room. So yes, please join that room, and then you can get started there. So I'll just create a room, one room for you guys. Yeah, a room opened. I am assigning now Ramon and Steph to you, that room. Steph, there you go, and Leslie. Yeah. So Ramana join, Leslie, and then Steph join, Leslie. Yeah, all right, cool. So they're sorted. Yeah, so let's start. Those who have been here for a while, yeah. So what we can do is we can quickly give bandhan to the foot soak water and take a mantra of Samudra Devta. So we invoke that principle of sea within that water, and we also pray that let that principle help us take away all our negative energies, drain it into the water. So let's do that. Om Twamev Sakshat Shri Samudra Devta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And so let's put our feet into the water and put our hands out towards Shri Mataji. And if you like, you can close your eyes or keep your eyes open. So I love to repeat that over and over again, and the intention is that we become habitual about that basic hygiene, when it comes to meditation. And for me, that basic hygiene is, now I'm going to spend some time for myself, yeah. So I'm not going to worry about rest of the world for next 1 hour. Yeah, I'm just going to be with myself. So remember, whenever you want to meditate, even if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, remember to give it to yourself. And let's not worry about the entire world, your tomorrow, your evening. Now, forget it. Just this moment, this minute, I'm just going to be with me and I'm just going to enjoy this present moment. Yeah, that's one. Second thing, I say that you have to have a love for yourself, unconditional love. So irrespective what mistakes you made, what habits you got, what problems you got in the life, you are not going to punish yourself, blame yourself for that, but rather have that love like a mother has for the children, unconditional love. And with that unconditional love, you sit down. And the moment we have love for ourselves, we will automatically have patience with ourselves and will not frustrate. Yeah. And we will also forgive ourselves, right? So please have that unconditional love for yourself. And with this couple of things in mind, settle down. One more physical aspect, that your eyeballs, if you open your eyes, you should be looking at Shri Mataji. And if you close your eyes, the eyeball remains exactly at the same place. And they're not wobbly or they're not moving too much here and there. And your forehead is not stretched. Yeah. So just remember this thing. Make yourself this list and keep reminding yourself in between about this physical aspect as well. Sit nicely, not too straight or not too slouch. Just like easy, that you're comfortable enough. Yeah. So now, first thing that we say, right? Have unconditional love for yourself. So have that love in your heart for yourself. And with that, start breathing technique. So take a deep breath, gentle deep breath inside and hold your breath. And then slowly breathe out and then hold your breath outside. The holding time can be as per your comfort. Do not stretch yourself or stress yourself too much on it. Hold it for a fraction of a second, 1 second, 2 seconds. Slowly it will grow up. So do that exercise. And as we do that exercise, bring our attention to our heart and see how our heart is doing at this moment when we are doing the breathing technique. And as soon as we want to be with ourselves, this mind start playing its tricks on us. It gives us thoughts. Sometimes the thoughts are of excitement, something that we might have achieved through the day. And sometimes it bothers us with our things that we probably made some mistakes. in our lives, during the day, whatever it is, and it kind of bothers us. And the trick to work with that mind is then just forgive yourself. As I said, right, I have learned conditional love. So automatically the forgiveness will come. And do not frustrate if that thought comes of blaming yourself or that too much of excitement and over planning. Do not bother yourself with oh gosh, what's going on? Why this happens to me? No, stop that. And just accept that thought. Do not worry and say with your love in your heart that Mataji, I forgive this thought. I forgive myself. So now continue forgiving yourself to begin with, yeah? Just unconditionally forgive yourself first. So see to it that you're doing a breathing technique, paying attention to your heart. In between this mind comes, just forgive. See whether you can do that now for a half a minute. So let us now bring our attention to our Muladhara chakra, the first chakra. And as we all know, this chakra looks after innocence within us. And this chakra is actually the root chakra, I would say, in the sense that it's like a root of the tree. If the root of the tree is solid, strong, the tree can grow and stand erect, without falling down. So just like that, if this chakra is all right, our Kundalini can go straight up through Sahasrara and it remains there in Sahasrara. Because this chakra supports that movement, this chakra support her to remain afloat in the Sahasrara. So we are just going to look at our Muladhara chakra. And again, as I said, whether we are innocent or not, we need not punish ourselves with thoughts of blaming or looking down upon ourselves. Rather, we will just accept ourselves as is. And the moment you accept yourself as is, that unconditional love just flows from our heart. And in that love, you just witness that chakra without reacting, without thinking. Just look at it. Chakra is at the base of the spine, the tip of our spinal cord at the end is our chakra, Muladhara chakra. So just pay attention. So be in your own company of your Sahasrara, your Muladhara chakra. And inspect that chakra. You might find out that, oh, I am not innocent, I am cunning, I did something, this and that. Just go through that, all that, with all witness as much as possible. And the deity of the chakra is Shri Ganesha. So we can pray, Shri Ganesha, I am going to be worthy of your attention. Please make me innocent so that I am in your attention. Shri Mataji, you who are Shri Ganesha, please give me wisdom and discrimination. Now let us go to the Agya Chakra, the forehead. So bring your attention, your awareness to your forehead and see how pressurized we feel there at that forehead point. And the pressure is all because of the imbalance in this chakra. And the one way to deflate that pressure or release the pressure is you just have to say, Mother, I forgive myself. I forgive all these thoughts that are troubling me now. I forgive everyone else. Whether you really want to forgive someone outside or not, but at this minute, try that experiment and see how it feels. And then when you are convinced, you will automatically be more and more forgiving. But for time being, just forgive without any condition. Shri Mataji says, if we forgive or we don't forgive, we really don't do anything. But when we are not forgiving, we are definitely punishing ourselves. So let's help ourselves and forgive for time being. To aid the process, raise our left hand to the sky and right hand towards Shri Mataji. And we can pray that Shri Mataji, please take away all excessive thinking, all the excessive heat in my being to this ether element. And pay attention to your right hand palm, who is receiving the energy from Shri Mataji. And that energy passes through our being and push things out of left hand to the sky, to the ether. See whether you can feel that process happening. Bring your left hand down. Put your right hand towards Mother Earth. Left hand in the lap towards Shri Mataji, right hand towards the ground. And say, Shri Mataji, please take away all my conditionings, all the reaction within me to Mother Earth. And see that left hand receives that energy from Shri Mataji, pushes our reactions, conditioning to Mother Earth through our right hand. See if you can feel that flow of energy. Okay, so bring our hand in the lap. If you want, you can rinse your feet or we can let it be there in the water. It's up to you. And we can listen to Shri Mataji about Agya Chakra and then meditate and yeah, sorry, before that we will learn a little bit about Agya Chakra. So let's go through that. So yeah, so as I said, this Agya Chakra is at the center of our forehead, and each chakra has the petals, as we call them, or those are like energies, aspects of that chakra. So likewise, this Agya Chakra has got two petals, and the main, primarily the quality of the Agya Chakra is forgiveness. Yeah, that's about Agya Chakra in short. This Agya Chakra is also called as optic chiasma, and this chakra is, as I said, right, associated with forgiveness, and this also gives us thoughtless awareness. So when this chakra is awakened, it gives us that thoughtless awareness. It gives us that humility. We feel humble and do not feel like either egoistic or too submissive. We are just humble and very compassionate towards others. The chakra is our ring finger, is on our hands. That's the location of the chakra. On our feet, you can see it's the toe that is next to our small toe. And in the forehead, this is where the chakra is. This Agya Chakra is actually, this line is Agya Chakra. So at the back is back Agya, we call that. But yes, primarily it's just, that's where the chakra is. And there are other aspects associated with it, but I would not really go into it at the moment. This center is related to vision, which is situated near our optic chiasma. So usually, like when we watch too much of television or too much of computer or too much of electronic devices, that usually it kind of weakens this chakra. But with meditation, we can bring it, it back to the normal. At the scientific level, there are two glands within our brain, pineal and pituitary glands, and those glands are looked after by this energy center. So anything wrong with those two glands is definitely a sign of imbalance in this chakra. As I said, that this chakra definitely is about forgiveness. So yeah, indirectly tolerance. So if we have a good Agya Chakra, we'll have a very high tolerance. forgiveness, and definitely it will also allow us to remain in thoughtless awareness, that mental silence space, and through that mental silence we acquire that tolerance, and we acquire humility and compassion. We can actually look at the situation with a complete witness state as a third person, and not being biased, and that allows us to see the exact thing, and allows us to deal with the situation in a right way, rather than getting biased or getting short-sighted with a lot of thoughts and confusion. Yeah, so that brings the clarity to our mind. So that's Agya Chakra. So now what we'll do is we'll listen to Shri Mataji quickly about this chakra, and while we are listening, what we will do is we will pay attention to the flow of the vibrations. So let's listen to Shri Mataji.
And the power of the divine is pouring through you. This is what you should achieve. That is what you should have. Then nobody can dominate you. Not only that, it goes higher. This is the most important chakra, which is called, we call it Agya chakra, between the optic chasma, like this. And if it is not open, it is very, very constricted. If it doesn't open, then Kundalini won't pass through. Now, this is the chakra of Jesus Christ, where he crucified himself. Now, what did he do? He gave forgiveness to all the people who tried to torture him and crucify him. So, only the way you forgive people, it opens. You have to forgive. No use remembering. Somebody has hurt you, all right. So what? It's finished. It's not today. Whatever has happened has happened. Why worry about it? But if you don't forgive, then all the time you will be thinking about it and will be torturing yourself for nothing at all. Instead of that, you just forgive. Forgive everything. Forgiving is a very great quality by which nobody can torture you, nobody can trouble you, because you do not pay any attention. You don't know. People have tried to trouble me so much they have done to make me sort of hurt or do all kinds of things. But somehow I forgive them and I am finished. Because once you forgive them, you don't remember what they have done to you and you never torture yourself. But if you don't forgive, then you torture yourself, thinking, why did he do this, why did she do this? Nothing, you just forgive. The very great message of Jesus, that you should forgive everyone. That gives you a great peace. Yeah. But this peace also is very important. If you don't have peace within you, then you start becoming old very soon. I have seen very young girls having wrinkles, worried, upset, tension, this, that, all the time, irritated. The reason is that they have not yet forgiven those people who have trouble. So if you can develop this witness state, as I say, you are not bothered. You just witness the whole thing and you'll be amazed that the center will be open. And by that, you will not react. You will not react. You'll just see, all right, this is so this is so. And the life becomes full of humor. In anything absurd, you see, just smile and laugh. There's no time for you to think about these nonsensical things that people say about you, or try to harm you, or try to create a problem. You shouldn't worry. You shouldn't worry about that. Now with this happening, you don't try to think what others are thinking about. Because you know you are one with divine. Because you get vibrations on your hands. You are assured that you are all right. So you have confidence. But you don't, with this confidence, oppress others. With this confidence, you love. I call it as the intelligence which is emotional. I call it as emotional intelligence. Many children are born with it, but they are taught something else, so they lose it. I'll say my own great grandson, who is born with this. So, as soon as we reached America, he was with us for only 6 months, he was a little boy. And after 7, 8 months, we went to America. Immediately, he brought the remote control, gave it to my husband, because he's always seeing the television. Immediately. Then he brought newspaper and gave it to me. And to me, he brought a flower. So, by his emotional intelligence, he knows what one likes, what one has. If you come home or somebody visits us, he'll immediately bring the things to give them to eat or to please them. All the time he thinks of entertaining. He start dancing and he start showing you dance. Have you seen it? He's so careful that he should express his love. And with animals, everyone is so friendly. That is emotional intelligence we should develop. And depend on it. It helps you. You will get lots of friends. You will get lots of, I should say, not only friends, but people who will help you in your work. They'll give you a great assistance in everything. There's a very, very great capacity to be emotionally intelligent. People think if you are emotional, then people take advantage of you. Let them take. What's the harm? But you do not take advantage of yourself by being cruel or by being any way harsh to others. Remember those days when somebody was sweet. Remember that time, that moment when somebody was very sweet, very nice to you, very kind, very helpful. Remember. Remember all these moments, not the moments when you are insulted, not the time when you have suffered, but the time when somebody has given you love, somebody has talked to you with love. And you'll be amazed, such fragrance within you will start blowing.
So let us try and practice that, just what we just heard from Shri Mataji. So what we will do is now we will just open our hands in our lap, keep our eyes closed, and then go into that meditative state where see if we can forgive ourselves to begin with, yeah? And once we forgive ourselves, then we say, I forgive everyone else. And if something is bothering you, somebody has insulted you, somebody has been harsh to you, then do not escape from it. Yeah, let it be in your attention, but just witness that. Yeah, just witness that situation as if it happened to your other self, not you. And while witnessing in that thoughtless awareness, you will see that what Shrimad just said, that how I'm bothering myself, how I'm torturing myself. And the moment we see that, having that realization is really important, I feel sometimes, because once that realization is there, it makes a lot of sense then that we stop bothering ourselves, we stop torturing ourselves, we forgive quickly. And once we forgive, we see the effect. So let's try for next 2-3 minutes. Just try to be thoughtless. If anything bothers you, just forgive. So just try that now. So this chakra, when we can see the symptoms of this chakra when we are not able to forgive others, when we are frustrating a lot, when we are being irritating, or we are just disappointed with things around. We know that this chakra is probably not in balance, and that's why we are not able to be at peace with ourselves. When this left side of this chakra, which is our right side, right, there is a nadi or there is a channel called Pingala. That channel starts from our Swadhisthana chakra, and from the right it comes up to our Agya chakra and crosses over to the left side of the brain. So when we say right Agya, we are actually talking about the left side of the brain. And the left nadi or the left channel that starts from Muladhara chakra comes upwards to the Agya chakra and crosses over to the right side of the head. So when we say left Agya, we are actually talking about the right side of the head. So when our left Agya is heavy, which means the right side of the head is heavy or it's being overused, then we train to become very emotional, and depressive thought comes to us, and we harm ourselves through that. So that itself is an assessment of ourselves, whether our left Agya is right or not. And when our right Agya, which is the left side of the brain, when it is overactive or overused, it tends to give us arrogance, argumentative behavior. We kind of become harsh towards others. We try to dominate others. And when that is happening, know that our left side of the brain or the right Agya is not in good shape. So then our Kundalini cannot pass through a pores to our Sahasrara, and we don't feel vibrations much on our Sahasrara. That's very subtle, but at the high level or outset, we are not peaceful with ourselves. So how do we do that? Then we just put our right hand on our forehead and we say, Mataji, I forgive myself, I forgive others. So just do that, put your right hand on the forehead and just forgive yourself and others. Mataji, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. So now listen to next speech from Shri Mataji, which is about relaxation of thoughts or mental silence and some tips around it. So let's listen to her and then we'll again try that same thing in next remaining time.
Now we are trying to transform our energies towards the energy of the spirit. So you have to allow the spirit to take over. Your effort of your mind should be reduced and the energy of the spirit should work through you. Now how do you do it? First is detachment. Detachment. Detachment start with the thought. Let us see the thought. It's called as vichara shaithilya, relaxation of the thought. But still this mind, which is quite silly, tries to impress upon you that you have to use the old junky instrument of this mind. And it asserts that better use. And when you start using that, ego comes in, you get attached to it.
and what you lose is your progress, and thus the joy is minimized. How do you detach yourself? For a person who is absolutely detached, it's very difficult to explain how to detach, isn't it? I'll try. Now, I cannot get attached, that's the problem is. So just now if you give up your satta, your own domain, you get into the domain of your spirit. You give up your domain, that is your ego's domain, or maybe your superego's domain. You give up that and try to see things how it works out. Now what is the testing point of it? How do you test it? It works out, that's the point of testing. It works out. Allow it to work out. Don't put your attention. Attention has the second part of it, the tension. And don't try to say, why not today? It should have happened today. We expected it to happen. Why not at this moment? That's your ego. Thy will be done. So the thought that starts moving in our mind all the time, which creates tensions, is not the thought of the spirit. So, what you should say? Not this thought. Not this thought. Yan neti neti vachanai nigamo avochus. Not this thought, not this thought, not this thought. And see how you relax. Now you are relaxing. Not this thought, not this thought. Just go on refusing, accepting any thought. So you go into nirvichara. In that state, you feel the spirit. Christ has done the greatest work on this, I should say, but we do not understand because his life was like a micro thing. See, in 3 years. So we have to open it out a little bit and see what he did. He has given us the greatest weapon of forgiveness. When you forgive a person, what do? You accept the situation to begin with. And secondly, you forgive what you think has been done wrong to you. But because nothing can be done wrong to your spirit, you just forgive because you are the spirit. And when you forgive, you have found that your tension goes away. So even to your thoughts, if you say, all right, forgive this thought, because thought is also not to be punished. Forgive this thought, forgive everything. Not forget, forgive. Because then you will even forget that you are the spirit. But forgive all the thoughts that are coming to me. Just go on saying this is a mantra. What is a mantra? Is that power of the word that expresses spirit. So this is a very important thing Christ has given us, the weapon of forgiveness. Everybody has that weapon. Everyone can use that weapon. You don't have to put in any effort for it. You don't have to pay for it. It's just you have to say, I forgive. You will be amazed, your nerves will soothe down. This tension, this pressure of these modern things will be reduced if you go on saying, I forgive them. For example, you go and see some sort of if you happen suddenly to see something very filthy according to the spirit. Maybe it is very exciting according to normal human beings, but we are abnormal people. And for us, if we find it rather ugly, then the best thing is to get over is to say, I forgive. Because they are ignorant. They are blind. They are not yet there where I am. I am the one who is at the source of enjoyment, at the source of peace, and while these are not, so I forgive. And you'll be amazed that this forgiveness that Christ gives works out. Vichara Shaithilya is the relaxation of the thought. Now this opposite movement that you have to move, first of all, should start at this point today from forgiving others. Now what happens when you forgive someone? That means you do not react. The power to react to somebody's injuries, insults is finished. And when that power is finished, you become a powerful person. Because nobody can now overpower you. Because nobody can kill you. Nobody can hurt you. Nobody can do anything to you. But it is not, again, I'll say, shamelessness. See, people can think that it is shamelessness. So, if somebody says to you something harsh and something that is wrong, you do not accept it. So, in Sahaja Yoga, one has to understand that it is just the central path, is just the balancing thing which is important, is not an extreme of anything. Like when we go to say that you must forgive everyone, is not going to that extreme where you have done some wrong and somebody says to you, you don't take that part of it. It doesn't mean that. Again, discretion is the engine of your movement. So you have to see that if they have said it, something like that, is it, have I gone against the spirit? It's a very thin road on which you have to walk. One side is the huge big Gibraltar, rock of Gibraltar of your ego, the another side is a superego. In between is a small discretion path going on which you have to see both the sides. Whether you are hitting yourself with the rock of Gibraltar or falling into the valley of superego, you should see that you are using your discretion.
So let's try that now. What Mataji just asked us or helped us with. So let's put both our hands. And first technique, she said that reject the thought. Yeah. Allow the spirit to work. So the thoughts usually comes from our ego or superego. When we refuse all the thoughts, automatically the spirit will work through it. And when the spirit is going to work through, we will see that on our experience. So let's try that now. Not this thought. Yeah, when you get a thought, just say not this thought. Then the next thought will come again, say not this thought. So just kind of go on refusing. Take it like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is, and then see what the outcome is. So I'm just going to mute myself, and we are just going to practice this, not this thought, for next few minutes. Yeah, let's do that. we can wind up for today. So thank you, Shri Mataji. Thank you for everything. You can raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. And if you still had your feet deep into the water, yeah, you can rinse your feet. So any questions, anything share experience if you want to share, please feel free. Anyone, anything to ask? Carol, Devina, Sam. Cool. No one? All right. So we'll wish you all a good night or a happy day ahead. And we'll see you tomorrow. So through this week, we will learn more about this chakra and the topic as usual. So yeah, talk to you tomorrow then. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Mohan. Thank you. Have a wonderful night's rest. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was very beautiful. Thank you.